Hello guys, this is John Tashmatov. In this video, what I'd like to show you is how to work with the Laravel and fetching data from a database, which database we're going to be using is MySQL. Um, so we're going to be covering the following topic. We will use model controller view, of course. We also will want to be using some eloquent relationship. We work with the controller, model, and view, and some HTML, CSS, and some queries and database relationship. Okay, so I did a little bit of work before I start the video, so that way I don't have to take some more time, so we can jump straight to the point. Okay, so right now in my HTML, as you can see, I have a welcome to Laravel video tutorial by John Tashmatov, which returning this right here, this text from this test method. Okay, this public method. Public method is located and sitting in the test controller, as you can see right there. So what we're going to do first thing. First thing is I created 3 tables already here. So I have a customer products table, I have a customers table, and a products table. So customers, products, and then pivot table joining these two tables, as you can see, by customer ID and product ID. So our goal is to, when I refresh the page, it's right here, I want to get all this data fetched right here and rendered in the view. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so first thing is what I want to do. I want to get rid of that. Okay, make some room here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to declare our variable customer, and then we're going to say product. Okay, and then we're going to call customer product model. So we're going to say customer, and that gives me already a hint right here. And customer product, it's already out of box, gives me certain functionalities. Like, for example, all. When I say all, it's basically customer product model is equal to customer underscore product. And how is that connected? If someone doesn't know Laravel very well, how does someone know that customer product means the customer product? Well, first of all, model, when you create a model, Laravel by default thinks that you have a table name with underscore and the plural. So in this case, Laravel thinks that you have a table called customer underscore products, not product, products. And we do. Okay, and we do. In some cases, I don't want to go too detail, that's outside of scope of our project, our video. Some cases that you might have different table name, but different model name. In that case, Laravel is very intelligent and very flexible that allows you to specify your own custom table name. It's actually a private attribute. You can just say private, not private, I'm sorry, protected attribute, and you can say protected table, and you can mention whatever the table name you want to use. So you don't have to use customer products, customer underscore products. Okay, it can be anything, but you just have to tell the Laravel that, hey, I don't want you to use the default customer underscore product, use something else. Anyway, so let's get back to the main point. So in this case now, customer products equal to all the data that's coming from this table right here, customer. So as you can see, 1 through 4. Okay, 1 through 4. Now, if I do refresh, save this, and if I refresh it, it means nothing. It's blank screen because I'm not returning anything. So I have to return something to the screen, right? So in this case, I'm going to return this straight. I'm going to execute this by displaying customer product right in the controller. Okay. So now if I save it, and refresh it. Now, as you can see, I have customer 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So, and a 4, okay? So all equal to that right here. Now, can you see how easy it is? It's very easy, right? All I did was I mentioned the model, and I said, "Oh, that's the beginning, right?" It's kind of lazy way to do it, you know, but at least this is the beginning. Now, let's talk about now we're talking about eloquent now, okay? Eloquent relationship. Laravel is an awesome framework that already provides us with eloquent relationship methods, okay? So, like for example, in this case, customer product, right? Customer can have many products, right? And the one product can belong to so many customers. And as you can see, customer product, customer underscore product, it's actually a pivot table combines customers and products. So that means that customers, one customer can have many products. And but unfortunately, what we displayed here, it just makes no sense to human being. It means nothing. All I see is customer ID 1, product ID 1, customer ID 2, product ID 2, and so on. It means nothing to me. But how can we connect those customer IDs and convert them to like real names? Names like John, Jessica, Max, Alex, right? And then product name should be like ladies bag, sports bag, men's shoes, MacBook Pro, of course price and quantities, right? So we can do the same thing in old-fashioned way like PHP does. You use the like a SQL joins, right? You can say select star from customers, and you can connect your stuff, or you can say left join, customers on product, where customer underscore ID equal to, actually customers dot ID equal to customer underscore ID in other tables, or something in that nature. Um, it's easy with the Laravel. We don't have to do any of those. So I'm going to show you that, okay? So one way we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, click on this one that basically opens up the model, customer product model. It's right here. So I'm going to build my eloquent relationship, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say public function. I will call it customer. I'm going to start with the customer, okay? This is the method. So, and then I'm going to return this. Basically what I'm saying is this object, this model. I want you to return this model that I'm going to call this eloquent relationship right there. As you see, eloquent relationship. So I'm just saying that every ID right here is a customer ID right here has one relationship, one-to-one relationship. So every time when I pull down this, when I fetch this, I want also bring the customer information, not just the customer ID, but this entire customer information from this customer table. First name, last name, created, and so on, okay? So I want to attach this table to this table right here, all right? Automatically, so you watch this. Then I'm going to say has one, then I have to mention the connection. That means that what model I want to connect to, right? In this case, we're going to be connecting to a customer, so I can just easily select that class. Then I have to mention, well, as you can see, I just updated my PHP Storm, and it comes with the great functions. As you can see, it kind of hints me what's supposed to go there, right? So in this case, it's going to be ID, all right? So this is the ID of customer right here. So if I'm in customers, this is the ID mean. Okay, so my customer is right here, customer model, and this ID, and then when I say, oh, there we go, local ID, that means customer underscore ID. So what does this mean? So this customer model, foreign ID, and the local key in this customer product is customer ID. This is the local key. So I'm picking local key, and of course in the customer ID, this is a foreign key for the customer product. Okay, boom, done. Now when I save it, save. Now if I come back and refresh it, still nothing. I'm still seeing the same thing. So Laravel has a way to display a couple of ways. One is automatically you can display by enabling it. So I'm going to say protected. I'm going to say width, and it is an array. Oops, sorry about that. It is an array. Then you can say mention the method you want to return automatically. So basically you're saying attaching this to the object automatically. You don't have to request, okay? So when I come back here now, refresh it, boom, how easy is that? So now customer ID 1, it's actually has one relationship. That means that one customer ID connects to the one customer table and then finds a John. So 1 equal to 1, 2 equal to 2 ID, and so on. Look at that, okay? It's automatically attached now. So let's do the same thing with product. So I'm going to say public function, then I'm going to say product, okay, return this object, do the same thing. So we'll have has 1, then we're going to say product class, and then we'll pick the ID of, so we're going to say, so this is going to be ID, which is a foreign key, and then product underscore ID. So when I refresh it, well, as you can obviously guess that we did not add it to protected width, which is automatically attached to the object. So then we're going to have to say product. Okay. Now when I refresh it, look what I have. So I have 4 products. In the first one, as you can see, I have a customer attached to it, product attached to it. And now let's watch the product very closely. So product ID 1 is equal to product ID 1. And that product ID is lady's bag. Now it kind of starts making sense right now, right? I mean, yeah, for the developers and for someone who understands the technical, it might probably make sense. But someone non-technical, it's still kind of blurry, right? They all see is like numbers and some JSON data. So our goal is we want to convert this to human readable format by using the template, like not template, but the table, maybe a little bit CSS. Not too fancy, but just to be able to create some nicely human readable data format. Okay. All right. So you understand what's going on here, right? So everything is good, right? Now, first thing, let's go back to the test controller, and I want to show you that besides the all, you have lots of other options. So, for example, we might say, hey, John, I don't want to bring up everything. Can I just pick what I want, or can I just do something with that data? Of course you can. So you can use the where command, just like a SQL query, okay? So then you can say, let's say I want customer ID. If I know the ID number, for example, I just want the first ID, right? Or I can just say customer underscore ID, I want 1. But then every time I use where, then I have to use the get, or I have to use the first. All right. What it does is Laravel intelligently converts it to a JSON format. So in this case, we're going to say get. Okay. So when I refresh it, what happens is now I only display uh, where customer product, where customer ID is equal to 1. Okay. And what else you can do? You can also do where in, but in this case, then you have to provide with an array. You can say where you can say I want customer ID, let's say 1, 2, let's say just 1, 2 right now, right? Save it. Now in this case, look what happened. I'm asking, hey, customer product, give me customer ID equal to 1, 2. You see that? We can do this one too. It's almost like saying this, only give me 1, 2 IDs. You can actually like a plural basically. Instead of doing where so many times, you can just put the numbers if you know the numbers. Okay. Now you can do a lot of stuff. Whatever you can do with the SQL, like select raw SQL, like for example here, you can do the same thing here where ID equal to 1, boom, right? And let's go here, for example, where name, actually first name, I want to say like John. Okay, boom, it gives me that one right there. Or I can say give me where, I just want to order by descendant order, order by ID descendant. See, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes 4, 3, 4. Basically, you can do the same thing here with the Laravel as well. You can just say order by. But the first thing is we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of that. Okay. So let's bring up all, and then I'm gonna say order by ID descendant. Oops, I forgot the single quote. Now I'm gonna refresh it. Bum. I don't need this guy right here. Okay, so now what happens is basically, so when you do the like with where, you don't need to mention all. It's automatically mentioned already. So when you say if you want to use all, is like ultimately is like last command. You can just say all. Once you say all, then you don't have to mention get or first or any of that. So yep, that's pretty much it now. And let's go back to Control Z, go back to all the way. I just want to give you just kind of quick crash course, I guess, on the model. But in some other videos, we will definitely discuss in a little bit more detail level, of course. But right now, this is just enough. Okay. Um, so basically, now it's good, but like I said, it's not very human-friendly, readable format. But now we want to use this view. Okay. So we're going to use the view is we will return the view, and I'm going to use the test view that I already have. Now, a couple of ways we can return this. Now, if I come back here, all right, I still have nothing here. If I go back to view page resource, and then I have this HTML stuff. Okay. Now, but I don't have anything rendered yet. Well, because I'm not passing anything. So, and then I'm gonna go ahead, either pass like days. All right, I can use the compact, and then I can just mention the variable name. like that. It's already suggesting me. Actually, I don't have to mention the $, so I can just say customer underscore product. Okay, and we'll refresh. Nothing there because we have not intercepted the data yet, right? So I can do that right there. So I'm saying I want you past the customer product, which is this entire data record sets, to the view test. Okay, and then that view test, it looks like this. So don't worry about this all thing. It's everything is just a header, HTML all kind of included in there. But what we mostly worry about is right here. Okay, so and then I'm gonna say is let's h1 our customers. There you go. So now we're gonna display our customers right in here. Okay, so we're gonna display here. Now another way you can pass this is I'm gonna show you. Let me make this working first, and then I'm gonna show you some other ways you can pass this to the view. So now Laravel has a blade. Blade has a certain curly brackets, kind of encapsulate, or how do you call it, like um, puts in, if you want to execute the Laravel commands like a PHP command, then you have to put all the commands in inside of a curly bracket. So another I don't know what's the downside, but Laravel and Angular, they tend to use the same type of approach. Angular also uses the curly brackets. So that's a different topic for another day, but we'll talk about that, how we can kind of integrate those two, how we can make this Laravel and Angular working. But right now, just kind of heads up. Now, so if I want to display just the raw data that I'm intercepting, so all I have to do is just say whatever I'm passing, customer underscore product, okay, and then that's it. So what it does is it's gonna spit out the data here. All right, so it's just like a mixed data that I'm getting right now. I'm displaying right here. Now, next few minutes, our goal is to format this nicely in the table. That's what we're gonna do right now, okay? So in order to do that, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create our table, okay? And then this is our row. Let's create our table, the columns. So let's make it nicely indented. First column is going to be ID. Next column is going to be customer name. Next one is going to be product name, right? And then this other one is going to be price, the product price. Okay, so that's very good. So then I'm gonna copy this, and we're gonna leave them kind of blank right now because we're gonna fill in with the real data that coming from a database. Okay, so this is where we're gonna be basically for each looping. That's one way we're gonna do it is Laravel has an @ kind of a symbol they use it for commands. So I'm gonna say for each, then I'm gonna say customer underscore product as customer. Look at that, it's suggesting everything for me. So then I'm gonna end my for each, boom. So right now, what's happening is all my data right here, as you can see on the screen, we're gonna be nicely displaying inside of this TR right here. So, and actually, let me open up my, almost forgot my TR. So, because I opened the TR here and closed it here, but I did not open here. Okay, Actually, this is supposed to go outside of tr, and now it's much better. Okay, so and let's go ahead and indent this very nicely, just like the top one, so we can see which goes where. Um, First one is ID. We know that what the ID is. Actually, you know what? I can make this even shorter like that. All right. So CS. I can call this whatever I want, but to make our job easier, I can just call CS is faster. Okay. Then I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna say CS. I'm gonna say I can give me ID. So let's copy that and just replace it right inside here. And then we're going to say the second column is the customer name. So then I'm going to say customer. Customer is, I'll explain to you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to say first name. And then third one is a product name. So same thing. Product name. And the last one is product price. So we're going to say product price. Okay, I will explain to you just a second. I know it's kind of exciting because this is an awesome way to display the data and render it to view, right? So let's go ahead and refresh it now. Boom, look at that. Oh, it's coming together, right? It's very nicely. So, I know we can do better. It's not our final product. I mean, we can do better. So what's happening here is, as you can see, this is the data that I am intercepting. Basically, I'm accepting from a controller, and the controller is passing these to the view. And basically, once I receive it in the view, I can do pretty much whatever I want, right? I can do whatever I want. I can display here, I can send it back somewhere else, whatever, okay? So in this case, we're displaying here. But first of all, I want to make my table a little bit nicer so I can read it. What the column right now is kind of mixed up right now. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take advantage of bootstrapping. Okay, so I'm gonna say table. We're gonna give a kind of a class name, and then we're gonna say table. Let's use this class table. I'm gonna say, do we have a strip? Table responsive. Table maybe bordered. Nope, that's not what we want. Bordered right here. So I just named my table with the following classes. So when I refresh it, oh, such a beauty. This is much better, right? It's much better. It's beautiful. Okay. So since my table looks much better now, as you can see, I can do all this stuff. So let's go back to why we are doing this way. Like, why is this customer and why is the first name, right? So if you remember that when I displayed, when I returned this, um, so if you remember this, um, when I displayed like a raw, basically the data, this is how it looks, right? Look at that. So now let's compare this to the raw data right now. So basically what I'm saying here is this customer product, right? In order to get the customer object, see customer property, then I have to say, customer product, then give me the customer, which is right here, and then first name, then I can get all the attributes here. Same thing with the product. So customer product, this table, and then give me the product and whatever I want here, basically. So if I want to change quantity, for example, right? So I can just say quantity, and then when I refresh it, and let's get rid of the return here. Now instead of price, now I'm getting the product price, product quantity. So we will go back and change it back to price. So as I promised that I wanted to tell you what else you can do with this is you can also pass with the keyword called width. And then you have to mention the name of the variable, the name of the variable you're passing as. So product. And then you can say customer product right here. And when I refresh it, dang, so it's working, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what's happening here is next videos, maybe we'll talk about some other stuff. But for now, I hope it was very interesting for you. And yeah, we talked about pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about. That's about it. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next videos.